Hello guys, and welcome to this video. I'm filming on my camera today and the lighting is on my ring light, so I hope it's okay. Let me know in the comments. Today I want to film pros and cons on going on exchange year. So I think we're gonna start out with the pros because let's be positive, guys. I have my phone right here with the different pros and cons, so let's just start at the top. So the first pro is definitely that you're getting new friends. Like, you're building a whole new life over there, so you're getting new friends, you are meeting so many different and new people, which is really exciting if you ask me. That was definitely one of the reasons that I wanted to go on exchange. Definitely just like meeting new people, it's really exciting, and I still talk to a lot of them frequently, so yeah. You're learning a new language, and that can be hard sometimes because you are probably not 100% sure if the things you say are right. But I would just say to believe in yourself and do it, because you get a lot more comfortable with the language the more you talk. People would definitely help you. And also a lot of Americans, they are not surprised that you know English, but they're surprised that you know English that well, especially when you go to the US. Because it's not your first language, they don't expect you to be perfect. It's totally fine if you're not perfect at your second language. It's totally fine, and you will just learn it through the year. You don't have to be perfect at the beginning. And also a really cool thing about exchange year is that you learn another culture. You get to be a part of the culture, and you get to experience a lot of cultural differences compared to your own culture. And like here in Denmark, we don't have Thanksgiving, we don't have a 4th of July or anything like that, like Memorial Day or Labor Day or anything like that. So you get to experience that, and you can also just like exchange your culture with them, so you can teach your friends and family about your culture in your country, and that can be super exciting for them as well, because if you go to America, you can't really expect that they have been to a lot of other places. They usually go within their own country, so it's exciting for them to learn about other cultures and other languages as well. And also another thing that is very different, but I loved when I was in the US, is the community. Here in Denmark, we don't really have that as much. I wouldn't say like my city, it's not small, but it's not big. But like, we don't have the sense of community that you guys have in the US. So that's definitely one of the things that I loved about the US. I lived in a very small town. It was a very close-knit community, and it was something that I've never experienced before. It was very, very cool, and everybody knew everybody and everybody helped everybody. Of course, a lot of gossip because everybody knows everybody, but I loved it, and I would really want that like every day of my life, you know? Like, I wish that Denmark had that as well, but we don't, so we can work on that. So now it's time to say the cons, because yes, there's a lot of good things about exchange here, but it's also a lot of not so good things. But it's part of the package, and you can't just ignore them and say it's like a walk in a park, because it's not. It's very, very, very different from what you expect. So just to be 100% honest, I also want to say what you're gonna face when you go on exchange. So one thing is that you of course go from your home country to a whole new country. You get new family, new friends, everything is just new. You experience something every day and you feel like your life is going so fast. I definitely did. But I totally forgot that life still goes on here at home in Denmark. Like, I forgot that people just live their life here. And it's not only me that's living my life over in the US. Like, it sounds pretty stupid, but I forgot that, like, when I came home, a lot of things have probably changed since I left. So that's like a weird thing. I would say it was hard to come home because you expected something. It was like when you left, but of course people have grown as well, and that's not something that I expected, but of course that is gonna happen. And this is like a good and a bad thing. It depends on how you feel about it, but for me it was good and bad. It was both. When you leave Denmark for a whole year, of course you have to expect that you lose friends. You don't see them at all, and it's hard for you to keep up with their lives as well because you're so busy with your new life. And like, of course you can try to keep in contact like over social media or FaceTime or call them, but it's not really the same. Like, of course some friendships I have kept, and I stayed in contact with them throughout the whole year, and I still have them now, but I also lost a lot of friends. Also, a thing that a lot of exchange students face is homesickness. I didn't really face it that much. I was really happy that I didn't, because I've always been so ready to leave my family. Like, it sounds so bad, but I really was, and I didn't really get homesick a lot. I think I've had it like a couple of times, and it was usually when it was not going that great. So like when I changed my host family, it was a really bad situation and I became homesick. I didn't ever want to like go home, but I definitely missed my family and friends here at home. And also the biggest con, I think, is the loneliness in an exchange year. This is a year that you experience on your own. There's nobody that you can share your whole experience with because they don't have the same year as you. Of course, I am friends with a lot of other exchange students and they can relate on a lot of different things, but they have not had the same experiences as you had. And like when I came home, I remember like I was so ready to tell my story, and I did for like the first week, but then like people got very tired of it, and I get why, because that was the only thing I could talk about. I felt so much passion for my exchange year, like, which is also why I had this YouTube channel, because I love to talk about my exchange year. I wish I could talk about it like 24 hours a day, but I can't, and that's a very lonely feeling, which is also why I'm a mentor for new exchange students. I try to give out experience that I have learned in my exchange year, but like I can't do more than that, and that's a very lonely thing. But yeah, I am still so happy that I went. I made like so many good memories that I'm gonna remember for the rest of my life, and I still can look back and be so happy, and it was definitely the best decision I've ever made. So if you're interested in going on exchange, just look at these pros and cons and make your own decision if that's the perfect decision for you, or if you should figure something else out. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!